The mystery of fasting. Why is it so important to fast as a Christian? Imagine even God in a human form, Jesus, when he came here on earth, had to fast. So, what is so important? What can fasting do in your life as a Christian? So, now I'm going to give us so many reasons, but I'm only going to give us three, and this video is going to be quite short for everybody to understand. Right. So, fasting is even beyond not eating food, just praying. Fasting is depriving yourself from something that you love, from something that you would give the world for, from something that you do every day and replacing it with God, right? Because you're telling God, I also love you that much, that I love you even more than that thing that I'm willing to sacrifice this thing, right? So that is technically what fasting is. So it can be fasting from social media. You cannot breathe without social media. So fasting from social media, fasting from fasting from food, fasting from even family. There are those people who can't spend a day without talking to anyone. So fasting from people, all of those type of fasting from your bed, fasting from your favorite clothes. You're telling God, black and black, no color, just black and black the whole month, and the same jean the whole month. I'll be washing it every. So that is abstaining yourself from something you really love, right? So we are going to talk about three things about fasting. Three things that fasting helps us with as a Christian. And the first one is it helps us go away from sin. It removes sin from us. Scriptures in the Bible, such as make sure that you pray and fast, that you may not fall into temptation in Matthew. But for today's video, I'm going to give my testimony because sometimes I believe it is better for people to hear what you've went through, and it helps them, right? It's not only something that happened many years ago, but it's actually something that is happening today. So not to minimize the word of God, but literally there are so many scriptures that talk about how fasting removes sin from your life. But to talk about my testimony, there's a sister. I think 3 years back, I was struggling with a lot of lustful thoughts. Right, I did everything I could. Stopped even watching K dramas. I don't watch it anymore. Stop watching any romantic. It will just be Christian movies, Bible books. I did all of those things. I prayed. I prayed. I was telling God this and this and this, but it wasn't working. It wasn't going. I would sit so many just after opening them. Imagine. Sometimes not even after. I'm still reading the Bible, but then I'm looking at the Bible. I'm lost in my last. Imagine. Right. It's not to say that the Word of God does not have power, but then that's how things used to happen. So then one day I was just praying. It was a fasting day, right? It was my fasting day during the week. Then I went somewhere. When I was coming back home, I was tired, fasting without food, without words, I was tired. But then those thoughts started coming in. I'm like, "Oh, God, yeah, I'm not going to start opening the Bible or anything. I hate feeling the way I hate. I hate feeling the way I'm feeling. I hate thinking about those things. But why are you still allowing me to think about it?" And I tell you, from there until today, there and there it comes, but to be that consistent, to something of your everyday, I couldn't survive without it. And now here am I by God's grace. So fasting remove you from any type of addiction, from anything that you're struggling with. It's going to help you. The second one, it gives you power and authority as a Christian. Well, we mostly know the story about our best role model, Jesus, the fasting of 40 days and 40 nights, right? While he was fasting, the devil came to tempt him. The first one was, you know what, bow before me, or that I can turn these stones into bread. And the other one was fall and the angel will catch you. Just this type of weird thing that the enemy has. And he was trying to tempt Jesus. And Jesus was weak and hungry. 40 days, 40 nights. 40 days, 40 nights. Some of us, after one day, we can't breathe. But then 40 days, 40, he was tired, he was exhausted. But the devil is like, you know what? I can change these stones into bread, and the devil can do it. We know it. So then he's telling you, just do this. And just like, no, I'm trying to put myself at Jesus' shoes and be like, 40 days and 40 nights, right? But then afterwards, Jesus refused it. He wanted to give him the whole world. Imagine the whole world was already Jesus Christ. All right. And Jesus Christ resisted that. He's like, bow before me. But still, nothing. Jesus Christ didn't do it. Fall and the angels shall catch you. He's trying to play with God. Authority. Imagine after those 40 days and 40 nights, his body was weak. But he had the authority to say, no, go away from me, Satan. I will not do this. It gave him the authority and the courage to be like, no, this and this will not happen. So fasting gives you the authority over any type of spirit, whether it be family ties, whether it be, any other authorities that does not allow you to success, that withhold your success. It gives you the ability to walk over it, the ability to do better than what people expected from you. And the last one, it's kind of my favorite, right? And it opens up opportunities and allows God's favor to be upon you. I'm going to use the story of the Bible. So we had Queen Esther, right? She was brought into the queen, and he didn't know who he was. She was a Jewish. And Haman, we always have those evil advisors. He went to the king. He's like, no, let's kill all the Jewish. And then When the Jewish heard that, they got angry. They're like, but Esther is in the palace, guys. Why? What is happening? Esther is there, right? How can they kill her? She can literally change the king's heart. But back then, a woman or the queen was not allowed to go to the king unless he calls her, unless he desires to see her. Or if you went there without being called, without being summoned, then you would be killed. You would literally lose your life. So then when Esther's uncle heard this, then he's like, okay, we can't all die. He goes to Esther, and Esther is like, no, I cannot go to the king. Literally, I cannot go unless he calls me. And lately, he has not been calling me the way he used to call me. So then he's like, but here's what we're going to do. Tell the people to fast for 4 days. Sorry, for 3 nights and 3 days without drinking water and without eating. Then after those 3 days, I'll go to the king. So all the Jewish fasted, they didn't drink water, they didn't eat. Then when she went to the king, and the king was actually happy to see her, he's like, no, bring her, come. His favor was upon her, right? And then after Esther explained everything, he's like, no, I'm a Jewish and blah blah blah, like this and like this. And the king said, no, Haman shall be killed because he tries to do one, two, three. He'll be killed the same way. He'll be executed the same way he wanted these people to be executed. So it opens up favor. It opens up opportunities. And one most important thing about fasting, I just don't want you to get used to it. Because sometimes, like some of us have weekly fasting, we have, monthly fasting. And sometimes it happens that we get used to it, right? I'm used to not eating. I'm used to not doing this and this and this, and then no, but fasting is removing anything, clearing your mind, replacing it with time of prayer, with time of saying, God, I'm removing this thing that I love for you, right? It will open up opportunities, it will remove sin, and moreover, it will draw you closer to God. It will allow you to live a holy life. Why? Because you're spending so much time with God and you are able to reflect Him. So I really hope that this video helped. Enjoy the rest of your day.